Welcome to your personalized deep dive. Today we're venturing into the really fascinating world of artificial intelligence.
Indeed, we are. And we've got a great resource here focused specifically on the language needed to talk about AI.
Right. Our mission today is basically to equip you with the key vocabulary, the phrases, so you can jump into conversations about AI feeling,
Well,
confident.
we'll break down phrasal verbs, useful word combinations, even some common slip-ups to avoid, all geared towards making this complex topic more accessible.
Exactly. No getting bogged down in super technical stuff, just the useful bits so you can understand and discuss the future of tech. Ready to dive in?
Absolutely. Let's start with some of those phrasal verbs. You hear them all the time with new tech. First up, catch on.
Catch on. Good one.
Yeah, the source gives examples like AI-powered apps are catching on, or voice recognition has really caught on. So what does catch on signal?
It means something's becoming popular, right? Like it's gaining acceptance. People are actually starting to use it widely.
Precisely. It's not just invented, it's adopted. It suggests a kind of gradual spread, a growing popularity. Think about smartphones they really caught on.
Yeah, good example. It wasn't instant. So when AI apps catch on, it means they're moving into the mainstream, beyond just the tech enthusiasts.
Exactly. And that process, that move from introduction to wider use, often involves our next phrasal verb, roll out.
Okay, roll out.
Like in the company's rolling out a new AI feature or schools rolling out AI tools. This one suggests something more planned, a phased introduction.
It sounds more deliberate than just saying launch, doesn't it? Like it's happening in stages, maybe to test the waters or manage the scale.
That's a great way to put it. Launch can feel like a single event. Bam, it's out there. Rollout often implies a process unfolding over time, maybe region by region or user group by user group.
Makes sense. It gives that feeling of a managed step-by-step release. Okay, next phrase. This one feels a bit heavier sometimes. Take over.
Ah, yes, the classic. Will AI take over jobs? Or machines are slowly taking over repetitive tasks. This one definitely implies replacement.
Or even control, maybe. There's a sense of displacement, one thing supplanting another. It really taps into anxieties about automation.
It absolutely does. Take over carries that weight of potentially making something or someone redundant. It's a powerful verb in AI discussion.
Definitely. Now, for something a bit more constructive, breakdown.
Yes, like, can you break down how this algorithm works? Or the speaker broke down machine learning clearly. This is all about simplifying.
So crucial, isn't it? AI concepts can be really complex. Being able to break down something means explaining it in simpler, manageable parts.
Exactly, it demystifies it. If you can break down, say, machine learning, it stops being this scary black box and becomes something, understandable, discussable, especially for people without a tech background.
Right. Super important for clear communication. Okay, so that covers some key phrasal verbs. Shall we move on to collocations? Those word pairings that just sound right together.
Let's do it. Our source highlights some really central ones for AI. First, machine learning algorithm.
The heart of a lot of AI, right?
Pretty much. The examples are a good machine learning algorithm improves over time, and these algorithms help personalize your online experience. The key is that this algorithm is the set of rules AI uses to learn from data.
So it's the recipe that allows the AI to get smarter as it sees more information, like how my streaming service recommendations get better.
Or creepier.
Exactly. It adapts based on input. It's not static. Another key collocation, ethical concerns.
Oh, that's a big one in AI.
Definitely. The source mentions ethical concerns about facial recognition software or ethical concerns of AI in warfare. Why is it important to talk about these specific concerns?
Well, because AI isn't just about tech, it's about impact, right?
Yeah.
Facial recognition brings up privacy, bias. AI in warfare raises huge moral questions. Using ethical concerns flags these serious societal issues.
Precisely. It frames the discussion around the potential downsides or moral dilemmas. Next up, Data-driven decisions.
As in, AI makes data-driven decisions much faster than humans, or data-driven decisions are shaping marketing. This highlights AI's reliance on analyzing information.
So it emphasizes that the choices AI makes aren't based on, like, gut feelings or intuition, but on actual data analysis, which often means faster, maybe more objective results.
That's the idea. In fields like marketing or finance, analyzing huge data sets can reveal patterns humans might miss, leading to potentially more effective strategies, decisions based on evidence.
Makes sense. And the last collocation here is cutting-edge technology.
Right. This company invests in cutting-edge technology, or AI is one of the most cutting-edge technologies today. This phrase signals the very latest, most advanced developments.
It implies innovation, being at the forefront. When you hear cutting-edge applied to AI, it suggests high-level research, significant investment, and potentially transformative power.
Exactly. It conveys that sense of newness and advancement. Okay, so we've got phrasal verbs, we've got collocations. What about common mistakes? The source flags a few grammar points.
Yeah, these are good reminders, even for fluent speakers sometimes. First one is verb tense. Seeing the AI will replacing us instead of the correct.
AI will replace us. Simple future tense. Will plus the base verb. No ing form there.
Got it. A basic but important one. Then there's preposition usage. The example was, he explained me how AI works, which sounds a bit off.
It does. The correct form is, he explained how AI works to me. The verb explain needs that too, before the indirect object. The person receiving the explanation explains something to someone.
Right. Remembering those little prepositions can make a big difference to sounding natural. And the last one.
Subject-verb agreement, like saying, it's depend on the data, instead of...
It depends on the data.
Yeah.
It is singular, so the verb needs the S in the present simple. It depends.
Exactly. These might seem small, but getting them right really helps with clarity and credibility when you're discussing these topics.
Totally agree. Now let's talk about strategies for actually expressing ourselves clearly about AI. How can we structure our thoughts effectively?
Well, the source suggests using clear opening phrases for opinions, like, from a technological standpoint, AI is, or, one concern I have about AI is.
Ah, okay. So those act like signposts for the listener, letting them know you're about to share a specific perspective or worry.
Precisely. It frames your point clearly right from the start. Another key strategy is showing balance.
You mean like acknowledging both sides of the coin?
Exactly. Using phrases like, while AI offers great benefits, it also has risks. Or, although AI can improve efficiency, it may reduce jobs. Why is that important?
It shows you've thought about it critically, right? You're not just presenting one side. It makes the discussion more nuanced, more thoughtful.
Absolutely. It avoids sounding biased or simplistic. And finally, using strong conclusions.
How so?
Phrases like, that's why we need to regulate its development carefully, or, in short, AI is here to stay and we must adapt. They summarize your stance.
Ah, so they wrap things up neatly, reinforce your main takeaway message, and leave the listener with a clear final thought.
Exactly. It gives your contribution a sense of closure and impact.
Okay, those are great strategies. But, talking about tech stuff like AI can still feel a bit intimidating for some people. Any tips for boosting confidence?
Yes, the source has some really practical advice here. First, use visuals or examples.
How does that help confidence?
Well, if you can point to a diagram or share a quick story illustrating your point, it takes some pressure off just relying on abstract explanation. It makes things concrete, easier for you to explain and for others to grasp.
That makes sense. Grounding the conversation. What else?
Practice key vocabulary aloud. Just saying the words machine learning algorithm, data-driven decisions, helps them roll off the tongue more easily when you need them.
Builds muscle memory for the mouth almost.
Kind of, it reduces hesitation. And similarly, rehearse your main points, not word for word, but know the key arguments you want to make.
So like having a mental outline. That definitely helps feel prepared.
It does. And the final tip is simple but powerful. Pause between ideas.
Ah, the power of the pause. Why is it so helpful?
It gives you a moment to breathe and gather your thoughts, preventing you from rushing or stumbling. It also gives your listener time to digest what you've said. It actually makes you sound more confident and clearer.
Less is more sometimes. Great tips. Okay, let's try to put some of this together. How about we try linking catch-on and cutting-edge technology?
Okay. Maybe something like, even though generative AI felt like cutting-edge technology just yesterday, some applications are starting to catch on surprisingly quickly in creative fields.
Nice. Shows that journey from novel to normal.
Mm.
Okay, what about connecting AI taking over with, say, ethical concerns?
Right. You could say the discussion about AI taking over certain jobs inevitably raises serious ethical concerns about fairness, displacement, and who benefits from that automation.
Yeah, that links them clearly. One more. Imagine explaining a benefit of AI using machine learning algorithm, breakdown, and data-driven decisions. How about you phrase that?
Okay. A key advantage is how AI uses a machine learning algorithm to essentially break down vast amounts of information, allowing businesses to make faster, more effective data-driven decisions.
Excellent. See how combining those terms helps build a clear picture.
Definitely. Practice really helps cement them.
So we've covered a lot today. Phrasal verbs like catch on and roll out. Key collocations like machine learning algorithm and ethical concerns, common grammar points, and strategies for speaking clearly and confidently.
That's right. Hopefully everyone listening now has a much stronger foundation, a toolkit really, for engaging in conversations about artificial intelligence.
Remember, AI is constantly evolving, and having the right language is key to understanding its impact and participating in the discussion. It empowers you.
So your challenge now is to think about what stood out most to you. Which terms or ideas resonated? How might you use this language going forward?
Maybe consider one aspect of AI, perhaps its potential or its risks, and think about how you'd articulate your view using some of the phrases we discussed. What questions has this deep dive sparked for you?
Keep exploring, stay curious, and use this language to deepen your understanding. The ethical and social dimensions are just as important as the tech itself.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive into the language of AI.
We hope you found it valuable and insightful.
Until next time.